Hello, hello, hello. I get the feeling people are going to be unimpressed with what my plans are for today, but oh well. Because we're going to be doing FS Legend 17. You subscribed at the perfect time. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. We're going to be doing some grass work, believe it or not. Because I want to make small hay bales. Basically. Hello, Thomas Bright. We're using this tiny little tether, which is adorable. And maybe a bit too small, actually, for the map. Yeah, this tether's too small for the, well, for the equipment that I have, effectively. Where's the tether? There's the tether. So that was the Pottinger hit 47N, which is just too small. Blur off, please, game. So use the Vicon, I guess. Hello, Thomas. How am I today? I'm doing good. I'm doing good indeed. Hello, Yanis. Hello, Blage, as well. Didn't forget you, Blage. Wait, no, I was going the right way. Yeah, this is the correct way. Where is the MF? Game for life. What? What are you even asking? I don't have a Massey on this map. I never did. Hello, Mr. Goblin. Some of the questions that just appear in chat, I swear, are just the weirdest things that I can't even begin to put context on until somebody explains the context to me. Peter J's Messies. They're in testing, I believe. I don't know. You might be better off asking Landy or, you know, Giants or Peter J. Instead of asking somebody who has never spoken to Peter J. And I don't have it. I don't have those Massies. Still, well, yes, Giant's mystery box is quite large, and the raffle takes a while. Are you allowed to post links? No, Thomas, you're not. Put everything on and watch some streams. Yeah, Course Play is amazing. And you asked earlier, Blage, in the Discord if they changed how course generation works. It looks like they did slightly. Hello, Yuso. No, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Oh, that definitely wasn't what I wanted to do. Oh, okay, that works. Hello, Aaron Fahir. But in all seriousness, if you want to know about Peter J's Massies, number one, I don't have them. You know, that's the end of that bit of the question. I guess. Number two, if you want to know what the deal is, yeah, check the Giants forum for the mods and testing. If it's in there, then it's still being tested. If it's not, it might have failed again. And Landy might have more information for you later because he's talking to Peter J. I've never been in contact with him. I don't want to. I'm one of these people who doesn't want to bother modders. Like, if a this is the way I see things, okay? This is the way I see things. If a modder approaches me about something, then I'm gonna engage. I'm not gonna approach a modder unless I've got like a specific question about a way that a mod works. So we'll say if I've got a question about seasons, I'll probably approach Rackin or one of the other seasons guys to verify what I think is right. Those HUD symbols look a bit different to you. It's probably because of reshade. Reshade puts like opacity on the HUD somehow, which I think is really nice. So it makes them slightly see-through. What else was I gonna say about mods? Oh yeah, the exception being modders that I'm, you know, friends with. So Bullet Bill is a very big exception. There, you know, we'll chat. They're in testing. You just looked. Yeah, that was a snapshot from I think earlier today. Bear in mind, guys, that there's a lot of stuff in that Massey pack. It's not something like what would you say, the chopping block that can be tested in 5 minutes flat. It's something that's going to take time because there's a lot of stuff to test, and Giants want to make sure that it's tested correctly because they can see the hype behind the Masseys, and they know the Masseys are going to be high-profile mods. So, you know, Giants want to get the Masseys out to you guys as quickly as possible as well. But they also don't want a repeat of what happened before when mods were released and they weren't particularly good. So like the Valley of the Old Farm, which I feel so sorry for Black Sheep that everybody keeps holding it up as this bastion of bad, but it's really a Giants failure there. The testing system, it showed a major flaw in the testing system. And that's why, you know, some mods, the higher profile mods for sure, have been taking a bit longer to test because Giants maybe are putting more resources into testing those mods and giving them... Do I actually have a pink Hardiman now? Foxtrot, you weren't here yesterday. And you clearly didn't watch the video. I give you Barbie's Dream Hardiman.
Hiya, Bobby. Hi, Ken. Hiya, Bobby. Hi, Ken.
This is my new machine. Oh, I could have just... Oh. Could have just back-tabbed. What happened with the Valley of the Old Farm? Do you not know that story, FS Legend? Okay, so... For those of you that know the story, I'm sorry. For those of you that don't, I'm not so much sorry. So what happened with the Valley of the Old Farm was the very first time that it got passed through testing. You know, there was a lot of hype around it. Myself and Landy both were looking forward to that map immensely. We kind of... Well, I wasn't. I was kind of very much on the fence. But once I got onto it, I was like, I really want to like this. I really do. But there were problems. And the problems were that... And you know, the blame here will fall kind of in between Giants and Black Sheep modding. The basic testing wasn't done to the map for whatever reason. Whether it was Black Sheep trying to rush it or Giants trying to rush the testing, I don't know. But what I would consider, you know, absolute basic, sit down with the map day one and test this thing, just wasn't done. And that thing that you test is the terrain. You check that the terrain makes sense and is going to work within the game. And the reason I say that it's number one thing that you test is because if that's wrong, if the terrain is wrong, the map is inherently unplayable. Like, you can get around weird collisions and stuff, you can get around texture issues, you can get around a lot of things, but if the terrain is bad and is wrong, you're just not gonna have a good time. And this is something that I hate to bring him into this conversation. I hate to do this to him, but this is something that Lancey Boy really struggles with, and Dusty Dave to a certain extent too, is just janky terrain, and it's so easy to happen. can happen so easily because Giants Editor doesn't give you a good idea of what it's going to look like in the game. And Lancy for sure just... he doesn't play Farm Sim all that much. So... those problems are going to be there where he doesn't know kind of by eye how to look at terrain and say, oh, that's not good, or oh, that's going to work, or that's not going to work. And it takes time to learn that kind of stuff. And what happened with the Valley of the Old Farm is just, that was the problem. I mean, there were several fields that just... and it wasn't even subtle, they were blatantly unworkable and untested. And it sucked. And it gave Giants a bad name. There was horrific blowback. Both on Facebook and on Discord, pretty much everywhere. Myself and Landy criticized Giants pretty heavily for it, because we'd seen some questionable fails, and then we see that passing, and you know, a lot of mappers and modders were like, well, my mod failed, but this passed? How the hell did this happen? And you know, Giants got a lot of flack, and kind of deservedly so, because I don't think any testing system in the world should have allowed that to pass. Now V2 of the Valley of the Old Farm I'd not touched, because in my eyes the map's dead. It killed itself on day one when it released in that state. I lost all enthusiasm I had for that map. Green River had issues with terrain collisions. Yeah, oh god, I hate to do this as well. If you want an example of a map gone wrong, I'm a map that just... I believe it was just that there wasn't enough time for testing. Download on FSUK, if you're on PC, O'Brien Farms from the Mod Mania contest. That's a map where you can see that there's no real heavy testing been done, and where it was, I want to say a bit of a rush job, but more than a bit of a rush job. It was very painfully, obviously, a rush job. And you can see terrain issues and stuff like that everywhere. And that's the sort of stuff that, in theory, should get ironed out day one of testing, or you know, day 1 and 2, or day 1 and 2 and 3, depending on how bad things are. But you know, pretty much straight away that should be looked at and worked on. It was just a big one on field 19. Yeah, I mean, it's a thing that easily happens. That's the thing. Is like, is the Falcon 9 Dragon launching today? No, Falcon 9 is not launching today. I believe the next Falcon launch, Blackout, is scheduled for Monday with a space telescope for looking for exoplanets. Though there is a launch tomorrow, it's an Atlas V, which should be interesting. Yeah, tedding dries the grass and makes hay. It doesn't work this quick in real life. It isn't just a one-pass thing in real life, but in Farm Sim, one pass of tedding gives you instant hay, because magic Farm Sim logic nonsense. It's another thing, along with the conventional bales which need to be in the game. I firmly believe that. What's the point in doing it? It's making hay. American News is saying it's launching... Let me check my space website here. Hang on. Launch schedule. Today is what? April 13th. Yep. The Falcon 9 launch is 6:32 and 7 seconds to 6:32 and 37 seconds PM Eastern Daylight Time on Monday. With the Transiting Exoplanet Survey Satellite, or TESS, from Slick 40, Cape Canaveral. Oh, by the way, I do legitimately have a website I go to for all things space. For cows, for sheep, for... because you can give sheep hay, by the way. Especially in seasons, that's how you deal with the sheep during the winter. What is the space website? Spaceflightnow.com. Thoroughly recommended if you're in any way into spaceflight. They have usually live coverage of most launches. They actually had live coverage today. I missed it, and I'm kind of annoyed, of the Atlas V rollout for tomorrow. Is Discord any good? I like it. I don't really use the voice chat because I'm usually on a private TeamSpeak. Just chilling out over there. But I'm almost always in text chat. If I'm not doing something that means I'm in game or something, I'm usually in and around the text chat. You'll see me in there. Usually like after Landy, well, after my streams, after Landy streams, early in the morning. I say early in the morning, in the afternoon, late at night. I guess early in the morning. You don't really like Discord? I can see why people don't like it. I'm not gonna pretend like it's the be all and end all of, you know, everything ever, but I do personally like it. Is there a Bale sell point over here? I don't know, because I'd turned everything off so I could have a look at the PDA about stuff. No. Maybe, because the one that I wanted is... Oh, this... Okay, yeah. No, there isn't. It's fine. Considering getting it, do you have to pay a subscription? Nope. Discord is free. You can pay for like Discord Nitro, which gives you access to animated GIFs as your profile picture and like animated GIF emojis, but being completely honest, there's no point. There's no point. Just don't. Just get the free version. You have the Discord link. It is in the description. Thomas. Is Nightbot. Nightbot is here. In fact, Nightbot posted a couple of messages about what you did. If you look up from your message, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 messages, the Discord link is in there. It's also the two below what you just posted. Also, yellow Matthew. I've been going 20 minutes, and I've just remembered that I've got coffee. And it is in my favorite cup. My absolute favorite cup. Wonder why it's my favorite. You shoot a game PC so you can play with PC only mods. I mean, there's not that many that I'm using, to be quite honest, Mr. Goblin. I mean, yeah, I'm using shaders and whatnot, but in terms of the actual mod base I use, most of them are out on console. Granted, and I'm going to say this in advance, when the Abbeys come out, they will be spammed across every map, no matter where it is, because Abbeys, Abbeys. Nishma is Bay. Hello now. And hello via. Especially with like the list of features Nishma's thrown out for it on Facebook yesterday or the day before. That was insane. That was like that list of features is just a love letter to the PC community. The better quality, not necessarily. Being quite honest in terms of like technical stuff, console mods are much better quality than PC mods on average. He says driving the T-50. Is this not on console? I know this version isn't because it's an edit, but are the T-dubs not on console? Seriously. Chatting about Abby. Yes, EJ. I'm gonna be honest. I'm mega hyped for Nishma's Abby pack. I'm just gonna come clean. I mean that. Oh my god, yes. That is. You remember for the last what? Well, as long as I've had the channel, I've been saying, I really want Abby's in Farm Sim. 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 There are a lot of Abby mods out there by a lot of different people, and by and large, they're not very good. When I said I really want Abby's in Farm Sim, what I meant was I really want the Abby's that were in FS13 in Farm Sim. You'll never guess what Nishma made back in the day. Because the Abbeys that I wanted were Nishmas, effectively. The FSUK mod team's Abbeys. Specifically. High quality, high caliber, high skill, high knowledge. My Abbeys are coming. What are the Abbeys I'm talking about? The ones by Nishma modding that are coming soonish, hopefully. It's strange calling them just Nishma, because I mean it used to be NI modding, EuroDZN, same with Peter J. I mean they used to not go by their names. They used to go by the name of the group they were in and be identified that way. But seeing as NI modding and EuroDZN merged, and then NI modding collapsed effectively, it just died. By the way, Michael won. Thank you for the €1.16 donation. I'm gonna guess that was £1. It's very much appreciated. And by the way, here's the thing. Never, ever, 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 if you donate £1 or €1 or $1 to somebody, never feel bad about it. Is it an Abby pack? Yes. It's an Abby Slurry Tanker pack with basically all the PC scripting for, like, Slurry installed, so dynamic hoses, dynamic slurry hoses, hose mod, and all that kind of stuff, and maybe even a rain thrower jig. I can't remember the exact name of it, but that kind of stuff. £1 is $1.12. It depends on the exchange rate, and I think it might be an instant exchange rate. And the funny thing is, it'll say it's £1 unless I want, or oh no, it's immediately gone to like €1, whatever it is. But never feel bad about donating £1 or €1 or $1, because a rain gun. Thank you, Greg. As a fun little fact, $1 donated, or £1, or €1, it's number one, very greatly appreciated and helps the channel immensely. But number two, and this is the bit that people leave out always, it's more support financially, like in pure financial terms, than watching every video for a year entirely, and watching every ad on every video for a year entirely. It's more money than I would make off that usually, on average. You know, so never feel bad about the small donations. Never. Because they add up. And they're worth more to me, and to VF, and to Landy, and to whoever you want to donate to than you could ever know. And they're... you know, they help the channels at the end of the day. Why is that worm wiggling on the subgoal? That is not a worm, Blash. I was wondering how somebody figure out that I've got something hidden there. That is not a worm. That is Party Parrot. Party Parrot is hanging out today in the stream. Michael, thank you very much for the extra €1. Dude, you didn't have to do that. That's incredibly generous of you, dude. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's not that bad now because we have all the bale trailers. What's not that bad now, Miss? Oh, the console thingy. Yeah. I'm really interested. I need to look at those auto-load trailers and see how the hell he's done it. Because, like, he's using the Giant's methods, which I wasn't aware Dell could do auto-load. And I've been meaning to do this since the mod release, so it's not something that I'm just thinking of recently. Still no 300s. Yeah, it's a bit sad, but... And here's where I'm going to play devil's advocate for Giants, as I like to do occasionally. The longer it takes them to be tested, okay, the longer they're in testing, because they are actively in testing. If they're on that list on the forum, it means they're actively being tested. The longer they're in that list, it means the better they're going to be tested, and the more likely it is they're going to be stable, good, wonderful, exactly what we expect. This sounds like it's from FTL. Use the auto traders and the CSZ bale forks. See, on PC I like, because I'm on PC I like using the Fleagle pack because it's just got a nice range. Now watch Mr. Beast. If I got like 3 grand at once, that would be... I would probably cry. Is that the 5, 25, or 35? No. It's the 15. It's the only one you didn't list. At least the thing from yesterday is not on this map. It's not that they'd use royalty-free music VF, it's that I can't remember who did the music for FTL, but I think it was Big Giant Circles, and I think he is in Pretzel's playlist. But why? Because it's funny. Hello, Agriman. How are you doing today? Or you, multiple. Like, am I not allowed to do things in videos and streams and have vehicles that just entertain me? Because the more entertained I am, the more fun I'm having, the better the stream is gonna be. I'm doing good. Doing good. You like where I put up Barbie's face in the exhaust? Yeah, you can thank Landy for that. That was his idea. Barbie's Dream Hurleyman, granted, was my idea, but, you know, tweaks of it happened. Good game, that. It is a very good game. It's very addictive, though. That's my problem with FTL, is, like... The same with The Binding of Isaac, it's gaming crack. It's gaming crack cocaine. It's blah. I don't like those games because I'll start playing for like 5 minutes and then... Where can you get this for from? This specific one you can't with the smoke, but the front 3-point, it's on MadXJS's Discord as a like official edit, I guess, of the T-dubs. If you just want T-dubs and you're on PC, they were in the mod contest. Giants mod contest. Do you have a link? Could one of the mods... I'm assuming one of the mods. Fighting over who made the Barbie Hurleyman. Do you like it, Bill? I think it's very me. In that it is... completely guano insane. But if one of the mods has a link to Matt's Discord, you can throw it in. Also, this yes is running on the super slim tires, because I like running on the super slim tires. You put in only mods can link. I'm afraid, Blash. That's why I always say, like, could a mod grab a link to this? Could a mod grab a link to that? It's because mods are the only people who can actually send links. Like, it's not me saying... You would like the... No. You can even tell this is just a bad reskin, because, like, the interior bits are all still green, and the back of the tractor is, like, half green still. Michael, you're just throwing money at me today. Thank you once again. You love the Barbie tractor. It is incredibly dumb. Looks like no one has a link. Someone has a link, because I can get one real quick. Matt's Discord. Invite people. Invite link. Never create new link. Copy. So that is a link to MattXJS's Discord. Has somebody messaged me, or was that just a random notification for server? Random notification server. You really hate that. You really hate what? Hello, USB Gamer 2018. What is with the worm on the sub-goal? That is not a worm. That is Party Parrot. He has come to party with us today and enjoy the enjoyment of the enjoying things. Oh no! I was tabbed out because I needed to open OBS again. Party Parrot is here to party. I mean, it does kind of look like a worm, I'm not gonna lie, but it's a parrot, I promise. Party Parrot made an appearance in Discord, didn't he? I did not post the GIF again yet. If you're enjoying the stream, guys, hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We're gonna do some bailing in Barbie's Dream Hurleyman, because of course we are. Mainly because this gives the Hurleyman a use, and it's rare that I manage to find a use for the Hurleyman. So we're gonna abuse the fact that there is a use for this thing. By Shooterfan1977. Thank you. I've completely forgot who did the edit. I thought it was JD2450 or something. Where do I live in Ireland or England? I live in Ireland in County Tipperary, and that's all the information you're gonna get. A bit of shameless self-promotion there. Subliminal messaging. I'm trying not to abuse the magic edges, but it's just kind of happening because I'm terrible at turning and I'm using keyboard. Fun tip. I think people are leaving because of the ridiculousness of the Hurleyman. Don't leave! Don't leave me! You can use something else if the Hurleyman's really that offensive to you. I mean, it might not be much better, but I can use something else. You live in Waterford? Yeah, I saw in, was it Landy's stream or something? Or wherever down the Dungarvan way. I lived down that area for a little bit, a few years ago. I was working in Cappoquin. Really nice area of the country. Not gonna lie. I had to go to... Might well have been Dungarvan actually. I can't remember where we went to cash the paychecks. Clown Door saying Modern Art. Yeah. Agriman, thank you very much for subscribing. You're curious why people say Han tip. It's a thing from the GAA. It's a thing from like sports. The Hurleman's not good at all. That's kind of the point. It's intentionally bad. It's a thing for sports because we've got the GAA here, which is like an inter-county sports thing. Really terrible description of it, but meh. And it just says Han, like whatever county. Because he's been saying come on. Yes, it is Agriman, sorry. That is it. That's the only edit there. Dude. Now my edit is actually double edited. Can I bring back Farticus? No, because I don't have any... Well, yes, technically it's already back. Because the Bale trailer is labeled Farticus. I am actually gonna potentially swap tractors. Let's have a look through my mods and see what tractors I want. I apologize for not answering the first time, Agreement. I'm sorry. I thought. I could use the Maxim. It was a bit new. Oh, did I forget to activate the... Oh, I forgot to activate the thingy. That's kind of annoying. There's a really nice case that I've... Or international that I've got, but I forgot to activate. What time is it? 5 to 6. Yeah, let's do this. Digital tank door / Farticus. Yeah. I'm playing Farm Sim while watching. I'm playing Farm Sim. Does that count? Where is Meadow Grove? Save. There it is. I have a metric butt ton of random stuff. There we go. Oh, it's an IHC. I apologize. I swear also I had a good header that I liked, but I maybe lost it somewhere. Also, if you ever wanted to see all my mods, that was literally all my mods. The reason that I want to activate this IHC is because I kind of feel like the Maxim is... Am I watching... Well, yes, because I'm watching the playthroughs I'm going is kind of quality control. So let's get rid of Barbie's Dream Hurleyman. As much as it pains me. Barbie's Dream Hurleyman is gone. Let's get into the little IHC. Which is located somewhere around here. I did activate it, didn't I? Yes, the 844. We'll get a 944. Yeah, 845S. Thatcher's white carrier, front loader, giant front loaders. Four-wheel drive. With the Fritz Meyer M701 roof. And Radio CB, radio roll. Whatever that means. This could look horrific. Oh my god, that's amazing! I love the derpiness I've accidentally created. Do I have any private mods? In fact, the T-dubs I have are private. The version of Oakfield I use, I guess, is private. Wait. Somebody asked for Farticus to return. I can't sell it. Well, I just did. I'm sorry, Michael. Also, please, like, stop donating. I feel bad now that you're sending so much money. There we go. Farticus returns. It's just bad you just don't like old tractors. Well, I mean, that's your problem, not mine. This thing is adorable, and with the Fritz Meyer hood on it, just kind of... Or Fritz Meyer cabin? Kinda looks about right, to be honest. Is that where I want to go? That is where I want to go. Where can you get this tractor from? Oh, this map is private as well, yeah. That's a thing. Well, technically. But this version is. This is the International 845S. It's on the mod hub, believe it or not. It's one of those hidden gems on the mod hub. Because I was looking through before I did the single, and that is going to stay a single Bal and Craig stream. And it just... Tractors like this speak to me. I love derpy looking tractors. Your name is... Yeah, your name is almost the entire of the event list, Michael. That maybe says you're throwing a bit too much at me at the moment. Because I'm struggling to deal with it. So yeah, looks like... Ernie, I'm 100% with you. I'm quiet today? Am I quiet? Ow. Is this better? Is this loud enough for you? Is this much better? Am I loud enough now? I think my mic was just in the wrong position, so I do apologize. Rip headphone users. I'm really bad for doing that, aren't I? Then again, you should have noticed that I looked up like that I was going to do something to my mic. Please don't ever do that again. What tractor is this? This is the International 845S. EJ, if you're gonna start trouble, just don't. I'm gonna say that right now. Just don't. Oh, this works so well with the baler. This looks legit, actually. As ridiculous as I kind of thought it'd look. I'm gonna be honest, this is a lot more legit than I was expecting. Just the way you said it, EJ, looked like you were gonna try and start something, so I'm gonna apologize to you as well. You really want to donate like 10 quid? I mean, you can if you really want to. It's not a mod hub. Hang on. Let me get you a link. There we go. There's the link. Granted, it's from a pack called the 844 pack, but I mean, you asked for the name of the tractor, which I gave you, because this is right there, 845S. Hey, Witchy! Part is dancing to the music. That is the beauty of Party Part. You can't, you're not allowed. Well, that works too. That works too, Mr. Goblin, dude. Don't worry about it. If you can't donate, that's fine too. There's no obligation on anybody. Just throwing that out there. Like, I know Michael feels like he has to. When's this map out? There is a version of it out, but it is a bit broken. This is the updated version. You can get the current version, the currently available version on FSUK. I wouldn't really advise it because there's going to be some changes that'll mean you'll need to start a new save game when the update releases. And as for when that's going to happen, I don't know. Nathan is dealing with some stuff right now. Nathan6930, who made the map, is dealing with some stuff, so he's kind of put everything on hold for the time being. Any bad luck today? Not really. Other than me waking up late, I guess. That's about it. Can I put a test link in the chat for Peter J's and Massey's and testing? If somebody wants to grab the Giants link, or one of the mods wants to, I should say, because I've said it so only mods can send links, just so that certain bots don't come in and start sending links to viruses. Or so that people don't come in thinking, this will be funny, and send everybody a link to a virus. You're exercising watching me on TV. I'm on TV? Sweet. Am I? I'm doing good, Farmin. Thank you, Yanis. So you're gonna click on the Yanis's link. That is the way to get to the testing list. I believe, I've been led to believe the Massies are still on there. I'm not actually checking myself yet today. I've not done any of my usual like checks or things. Because quite often I'll like look up stuff before the stream if I've got time, and today I just didn't have time. I was actually looking at the BBC website yesterday. I'm going to talk about this probably more in a video next week. But I said the website, the app, because I was in bed. But there was an article on there about how the weather in the UK is going to affect farming quite badly. And farmers in the UK are going to really struggle this year, even more so than usual, because it's been so wet and everything's basically a month behind where it should be. Like, there's potatoes still not been planted, and there's, I know in West Waterford, the testing topic kind of all at the same time shuts people up and gets people asking more questions. Like, it's a catch-22 there, because if there's no info, then people start complaining there was no information. Now, with a bit of information, people complain that there's information. Like, there's an old saying in West Waterford that if you get your potatoes in the ground by, I think it's St. Patrick's Day, you're going to have a good year. And apparently the potatoes still aren't planted in many parts of the UK. And canola's not really sprouted all that well yet, and all this kind of stuff, and everything's just struggle bussing along, and spring barley isn't even in the ground yet, and it's a real struggle bus because of all the rain and bad weather and stuff like that, and it could be the case that there could be a failed harvest because of a drought in the summer as well, so it could get worse. Last year was very... Last year was kind of average. But this year, definitely in the UK and Ireland, is dangerously wet for farming, I want to say, because if stuff's only going in the ground now, it's not going to really establish by the summer. But yeah, I'd almost prefer to see like a topic of mods that were, I don't know, submitted to test, instead of like stuff that is actively in testing. Or like, if Giants did one mod dump a week, just throughout the week, start listing things that are coming and maybe intentionally not say one or two things, so there's a few surprises for people. Like if Giants did, this is kind of my idea for Giants and the mod testing topic. Upload only on a Friday at, we'll say, 4 PM. Well, 3 PM German time. So 4 PM UK time. But during the week, we'll say from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, everything that passes testing in that time period, put it into that topic. So people can start going in, looking and saying, ooh, this is coming out on Friday, this is coming out on Friday. Oh, look at that one. That looks interesting. I wonder what that is. Oh, ooh, ooh. And right now it's kind of like, oh, this will come out maybe, perhaps, maybe, if it passes. And there's kind of an anticlimax if something fails. Whereas if it's a topic where you know when the mods are going to get uploaded, the exact time. Yeah, Lizardtan like says on multiple times in Giants Discord, like it's just a snapshot that it has. You know, it's not the actual testing list. But I kind of feel like my idea might work better. Is because like it'll get people hyped and get people talking about what mods are coming and you know, it'll give Lizardtan a bit of a break, because the questions of, oh, when will this be released? Because I see it's on the list of past, you know, mods that pass testing. Well, the only answer is Friday, whatever time, for, you know, 3 PM German, 2 PM German, whatever time they want to say, because number one, it allows them to maybe bulk up the server, you know, download servers for the few hours surrounding that. Number two, it builds up hype for the mods they're going to release, which works in favor of the modders and gets people playing the game again on a weekly basis, and kind of gets Giants goodwill because they're, you know, building up hype for the modders. It's a cycle to kind of help me help myself kind of thing. And like, it would stop all the questions of like, when's this coming out? Oh, it'll come out on Friday, I just won't say which Friday. Because I would totally do that if I was releasing them out. I'd just like, not moaning simulating games, just kind of coming up with an alternative to the current mod testing topic. And a potential alternate way of running the mod hub. Like that's the way I'm seeing this little conversation. You guys might have your own ideas. What, like, Oh, this thing has the same problem as I'm wondering if the trailer might be the problem. If this thing has the same problem as the Fiat. Not a bad idea. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be a terrible idea, to be quite honest. A quick reminder that it comes out. Well, yes, it does, but at the same time, like, the testing list has that problem. Because, like, if there's only like 2 people testing on any given day in a week, it means less mods are going to get tested, and that testing topic looks more full than it actually is. This is my call where I keep moving tractors. It's TARDIS teleport. Are you just going to ask for every mod that I have, Agrman? You need to go see you, Mr. Goblin. The problem with the testing topic right now, the way that it stands, is that, like, before Christmas, like, the only person doing testing was Lizardhan, and the testing topic still had like 20 things in it. But nobody knew Lizardhan was the only one testing. Or, like, if somebody else off sick, that testing topic looks a lot more full than it is, because there's not, we'll say, not everything's being tested actively. Whereas if it's a topic where it's, this is what's past testing this week, expect to see it on this day at this time, give or take, 20 minutes, because human error. Is it on FSUK? No, it's on Giant's Mod Hub. It's an oldish mod. The one thing that will be on FSUK, by the way, and this is kind of big news, is the Abbeys will be released only on FSUK. Which is kind of, I guess, why Nishma's only planning on a PC version. Which, that is going to be a big release for FSUK. I'm so glad that Nishma's made that decision, because, like, Nishma's one of the old guys. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. Nishma's been around forever in Farm Sim. And it's so good to see FSUK is getting some love from any modder at this point, because well, yeah, Bill gets triggered by the wind-up pictures. I have a question about this trailer, by the way. Genuine question. How does it work? Cause it, like, how does this trailer work? Because there's no PTO. Like, there's no PTO on the trailer. How's it?
Hello, Dave.
Is it magic?
Dave there.
Cameron Dudley, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. Fairly sure I've just given Bill a good little laugh. Hydraulics, but it doesn't have PTO though, Foxtrot. Like, how do the hydraulics work if there's no PTO? It's only a trailer, but it needs a PTO. Like, does it? No, you're not holding back today, are you? Hello, Jaffle Pie, by the way. Headphone warning. Multiplayer? No. Seeing as you put it in all caps, I figured I had to be loud too. A car doesn't have PTO and it can draw a trail, but how does that work though? Okay, I'm gonna let you guys in on a little running joke. And it's not meant in a mean way. Somebody in FSUK got confused because Peter J's bail wrapper doesn't need a PTO. And he got really confused by that because in his mind everything on a farm needed a PTO to work because there was engine power required. And in reality, the solution that Mikhail have is they just put an engine on it and it's run by hydraulics. But because Farmsim by and large doesn't render the hydraulic lines and the electric lines, he was really confused by the fact that there was nothing going from the back of Farm's trailer. I genuinely don't know who it was. Nothing going from the back of Farm's baler to the wrapper, and he was really confused by this because he thought it had to have a PTO run through to work correctly. This trailer is on FSUK. It's from the Fleagle pack. And you know, it was an innocent thing because he genuinely was. I read through the topic. He was trying to learn what the deal was, but it's just kind of become a running joke with certain people that everything on a farm needs a PTO, even if it doesn't make sense. And it's genuinely not meant in a mean way to anybody at all. Especially not the person that was confused and genuinely trying to learn. I mean, I applaud that person for asking the correct questions. It just, I guess, kind of tickled everybody in the right way. It's my coffee mug have PTO. It's got 3 actually, though. Is this trailer specifically designed for these bales? It's got UAL V. I think it's V3. Does your keyboard have a PTO, Bill? Do your legs have PTOs? Because otherwise, how do they work? Because you have to disconnect them constantly. Oh god. It's a rabbit hole that you just go down. It's beautiful. Because, like, you can just keep going with just ever-increasing silliness. I am a PTO! Here's something I don't get. Now, this is going to be kind of a mini rant, but it's just something that kind of irks me a bit. Why do people, like... And this is kind of a genuine question, too. Why do people come into streams and, like, automatically assume that a game is multiplayer? Like, every multiplayer stream I've ever seen in Farmsim has had multiplayer in the title. Like, Mark's multiplayers, Mark Armstrong's multiplayers, I know have multiplayer in the title. Fresh Eggs, when he did multiplayer, he had multiplayer in the title. When I did multiplayer, I had multiplayer in the title, and the server details running through chat periodically. When Sim did his multiplayer stream, he had multiplayer in the title. I don't get how people come in presuming that every stream is going to be multiplayer from everybody ever. I mean, it just... I don't get that. How's the Fiat Agri 190 going? It's not, because I found some problems that required me to have like 60. I think it'll be 4 or 5 different sets of ad strips. Speaking of DPW pack I've autoload. If it's the one on FSUK, then maybe check the description. Usually they list scripts and stuff in descriptions of mods. 90% of people don't read the descriptions. Yeah, I guess. Oh yeah, like, something you notice on YouTube if you're on here for any period of time, as a creator. I don't know if you guys as viewers would notice, but as a creator, something I've noticed is people ask the weirdest questions. Like, even if the answer is in the title or description or the thumbnail even, and they, especially with the title, they literally had to read it and see it to come in. So I start my titles with what map I'm playing. People still come in and ask what map I'm playing. I mean, that's the bit you can't miss. Can I read your comments? I can see that one. Is this Farm Sim?
No, this is Patrick.
That's a bit quiet. Let me see if I can boost that. Hang on. There we go. Let me try that again. Is this Farm Sim?
No, this is Patrick.
Much better. Genuinely waiting for an opportunity to use that sound. Hey, Charlie. I love my soundboard. You are not a PTO. I feel sorry for you simulating games. Yeah, as much as I complain about the feed being slow with this trailer on the... Well, with these trailers on the back, I mean, it's a pack and they're pretty much all the same, by and large. This kind of feels right that it's kind of bogging down a bit with the trailer on the back. Website's the map on... This map, the update isn't out yet, but the map you can download off FSUK. Myself and Landy have kind of been doing the same thing, bring out the same lines. If you're going to download it, just kind of use it as a testing mess about map for the time being, because you probably will need to start a new save game when the update does release. Me and Landy both have the update, or a version of the update. It might change still, knowing Nathan it probably will. Would I do a meet and greet? Maybe. I don't tend to go out much. So... I mean, I went to the National Ploughing last year and told people, oh hey, I'm going to be at the ploughing. I had my face on streams constantly and nobody came up to me and said hi. I like spent the entire day wet, cold, miserable, and lonely. And nobody said hi to me. How's my map going? I've given up on it, basically. Domino's or Subway. Mainly Subway. There's an issue with pizza. For some reason, there's an issue with me and like takeaway pizzas. Although I guess Domino's might be okay because the pizzas there aren't really greasy. Yeah, overly greasy food does not agree with me. Why? Simply put, I made so many mistakes in the run-up to where I was with the map that to get the map to where I wanted it to be would have taken several months. And it just wasn't... With the time that I have available, it just wasn't viable. I do like Domino's, that's the thing. The problem is, like... Okay, here's the thing, EJ. I love takeaway pizzas. I love super greasy takeaway pizzas. They don't love me. There's a big difference between me not being able to eat them and me not wanting to eat them. How long am I going to stream for? Another half hour or so. Until Landy Kid starts his stream. like what you said, don't forget to like the stream if you're enjoying, and if you haven't done so already, feel free to hit that subscribe button. It's completely free. What about you creating on the... He's actually creating 17 at once simulating games. All of them based in the Antarctic. He's having a particular problem getting the penguins to work correctly. They keep turning into cows. And Farmin doesn't, for whatever reason, doesn't like you trying to change the cow model to a penguin. But as a serious answer, yes, check his Facebook. It's... Poor cows, they're going through a lot. You're on a diet so you can't eat it. I mean, there's a difference there between can't and shouldn't agri-men. I'm gonna be honest, it sounds more like you shouldn't eat it than you can't eat it. How many horsepowers does this thing have? 87 horsepowers. It can't really do what I wanted it to do then. Oh, I like the turning off sound. Hello, Biz Rebellion 82. Relatively new farmer here. Don't worry, I've never farmed in my life in real life. I've been playing farm since FS13 though, so I have a vague idea of what I'm trying to do. I've just realized, because I've been... Have I met Andy in real life before? No. However, I do want to head over and meet up with him because I went the wrong way. If I go over to meet up with Landy, assuming Sim doesn't move again in the meantime, I can actually meet up with Simulate at the same time, and the three of us can be in the same place at the same time and potentially like vlog it or something. And that would be kind of hilarious. Farm Sim started when you were born in 2000. Liam, I may have only started playing in 2013, but Farm Sim, the first game was in 2008. There's a reason some people say, "Oh, I've been playing since 2008." Yeah, that's when it started. You're about 5 years off on your timeline. You know, you started playing FS17 a couple of weeks ago. Well, I hope you've modded it to crap already, Biz Rebellion. Because, like, you start playing and then you just download all the mods, regardless of quality. Simulating games, look up Bullet Bill on Facebook, like, seriously. You download all the mods, regardless of quality, because you don't know what a bad mod looks like. And then over time you start learning what a good mod is and what a bad mod is and what a mediocre mod looks like. Those Baileys, by the way. I started talking about something to do with these and I kind of stopped myself. It's the same problem this 110 has, actually. I've been trying to figure out why these look a bit odd, the Baileys and the New Holland. And it was only when I opened up the texture files to the New Holland I realised what was wrong. They don't have AO textures. They're just... The New Holland is particularly bad. It's just a block colour. If you don't know what AO textures are, don't worry. It's fine. It's something you only really need to know if you're, I guess, into modelling. Making 3D models or texturing. But the long and the short of it is... AO textures. I've got the... This doesn't have a front linkage. I mean... I went to get... Dave, you idiot. Come here, T-Dub. I actually need you for this. Need to make life easier. Quality of life mods in Farm Sim would include courseplay. Get yourself courseplay, Biz Rebellion. It's a pain to learn. Ian Robson's got some fantastic tutorials. I think... Does Flatlander have tutorials on courseplay as well? Because I do want to try and get him some subscribers and views and stuff. So if he does, yeah, watch Flatlander too. If you don't know how to download courseplay from the GitHub, Simulate does have a good video, a video on how to get courseplay from their GitHub and install it and get it working there. It's relatively easy, but you do need to update quite regularly and basically reinstall. SimStation does G tutorials. It's not really something that a beginner would be wanting with the game. It's here's how to make mods in Farm Sim, because that's totally what you want when the game's brand new to you. Courseplay and GPS, yes. Ian Robson, yeah, that's where I learned courseplay first, was Ian Robson. And I made my own tutorials in FS15, which I really regret, but... Ian does have the best courseplay tutorials, by far. This music is horrific, by the way. Party Part doesn't care, though. Party Part's just partying on. Hey, hard worker. No problem, dude. I'm going off my own experience when I started playing. Like, courseplay... I'll be honest, you'll overdo it with courseplay. Once you figure out how to use it, you'll just go completely over the top and have a completely automated farm. Because again, mistakes I made when I started playing. Now I've got courseplay, you can see it there. You might notice I don't use it much because I kind of like doing things manually. I'm live on Twitch as well. I'm actually not allowed to be live on Twitch at the same time as YouTube, as silly as that sounds. I'm a Twitch affiliate, but I do have a Twitch. I'm a Twitch affiliate, which means that I signed a little contract thingy that says basically I can't dual stream. I can stream to Twitch or to YouTube. I cannot stream to both at the same time. I'm not live tomorrow. I'm live every day of the week, Agraman, usually. My usual time to stream is 5 PM GMT. That may change on Mondays, by the way. Due to Sim having issues streaming at his normal time, which is why... Oh no! It's done the thing again! It's... What days am I live at 5? Every day of the week. Monday, it might change.
Hello, Dave. Is that Dave? Dave's there.
Biz Rebellion, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. Is this... Oh no. I've not got stuck, have I? No, please, no. Don't be stuck. Don't be stuck. I just want to leave. I just want to... Yes! I'm live Saturday and Sunday then. Yes, I am. Yeah, this is acting like my PA all of a sudden. That's amazing. Oh my god. I am so bad at this game. There we go. Please tell me there's a seed fill point here. Oh god, Nathan, no. No, 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 no. No, please. Turn my beacons on.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
No, game says no. I didn't cheat. Nobody said I cheat. It was at that point Dave realized he's made a horrific mistake. But it's fine because I've rectified it. TARDIS teleport is good, yo. Oh yeah, I gotta actually select the seed to this. Let's seed some... Let's seed some oats. I like oats. The reason I've got this redonkulous setup, by the way, is because this does have a cultivator, so... I don't need to do a double pass. This is just going to be single pass seeding and cultivating at once. And your farm saying you can't get oats for some reason, please help. It's because you don't have a multi-fruit map, Agrimen. This map and Oakfield are both multi-fruit. Which means that Nathan, and in case of Oakfield, Oxton David added oats manually, which is a pain in the backside. Let's get this set up on GPS mode. How big is the fertilizer spreader we have? Because that's what I'm going to set this up with. 24 meters, so as close as I can get to 24. 24! Let's go 20 just so there's some overspread. B. V. B. V. Oh yes! Only the highest of speeds from the T-Dub. Yeah, what kind of map do you want? There's... I think at this point in the game there's a map there for pretty much everybody except people who want good Irish maps. This is set at 6 meters, isn't it? There we go. That's set at 15. No, I want 4. Why did auto work with set it at 15? You think the T-Dub's struggling? Nah, it's fine. It's got... As silly as it sounds, it's probably actually a realistic speed for seeding. Because you're like... You wouldn't want to be going too fast with the harrow on it anyway. So it kind of makes sense to me that it'd be going at 5-6 kph. How much day? I'm doing good, Joshua. How are you doing, dude? Oh, another mod that you might want to look at, Biz Rebellion, is the Proceed mod. which you'll see why I use it a lot. Actually, you'll see why I almost constantly use it in a minute, because it does something really cool that no other mod does right now. You doing good? Good to hear, Joshua. Is this set on... because I don't have the cedar selected. Yeah, it's track 2 currently. Good. So track 3, this next pass up the field, is going to be really cool for somebody who hasn't seen Proceed in action yet. And it is doing the thing that I wanted to do. That's just the cedar, Dave. I want to lift up the entire thing because I'm going to be twisting and a turning and twisting and a turning. Why did that just cultivate? What the... I may need to get a different tractor, like you guys were suggesting, because... Oh, because it was on pass 3 already! Okay. What does Proceed do? It does this. What this is it's laying down tram lines so that when I'm fertilizing the field, I don't actually have to go onto the crop. How many horses does a TW15 have? 137. So I want something with more than 137 horsepower. I could go like 60. No, that's not really too much of an improvement. Could go Maxim 140. I don't really like the Maxim. Could go Fast Track 7000, but that's a bit new. Could go 7810. Yeah. I'll need a front hydraulic for sure. Let's get a 7810 going. Because otherwise we'll be going all day seeding. You can shut down a single side of the seed with Proceed as well. Yeah. Where do you get Proceed from? Again, Giant's Mod Hub. You might notice a theme. I tend to use mods from the Mod Hub because that's... Drawn between British and US maps as long as the field's not too large. So Oakfield wouldn't be for you. Colborough probably wouldn't be for you. West Coast probably wouldn't be for you. Is Proceed beeping at me? Ooh. Small field UK maps. That's as big a conundrum as small field US maps, to be quite honest. Kendall's nice for medium, I guess, yeah. There are problems with Kendall though that wouldn't mean it doesn't really work well with courseplay. Thornton, yeah, but Thornton, due to the learning curve Oxy had with FS17, that's not really well optimized. You're excited about South Mountain Creamy Farm. That's the one by Black Sheep Modding, isn't it? The upcoming one from Black Sheep. I'll be honest, after the Valley of the Old Farm debacle, I'm not overly excited about Black Sheep maps. Where's the main farm in Meadow Grove? Wherever the hell you want it to be, Angry Man. I'm not overly excited by Black Sheep modding maps since the Valley of the Old Farm and I guess Old Streams. They were two very samey maps, and the Valley of the Old Farm was a bit of a hot mess when it released. Maybe South Mountain Creamery will be a much different feel, but I mean, going off the two maps that he's released for FS17, he's I don't mean this in a bad way. because sometimes this works out really well for modders. He's kind of a one-trick pony when it comes to maps. The same can currently, I guess, be said about Bullet Bill. Well, could up until FS17, because literally it was Cobra, Cobra, and Cobra. What happened to the Classics pack? Judging by the fact that it's not on the mod hub and it disappeared off the testing list, I would presume, I probably wouldn't be too far off wrong, that it failed testing. That would be the most likely guess. New course, 4 meters. Just getting the kind of the wheel lines here. There we go. Just hit the new course button again. Get that going. Get that going and that going. And I need to back up over here. Yep, press 8 to reset. Oh no, let's reset one too far over. No, 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 no. This needs to be past number 1. Oh, 7. 1. And we'll just kind of fix up the derpage over here first. By going forwards, Dave, backwards doesn't help. There we go. I'll fix up that bit later. And then if I raise up the front box because it's a pain in the rear end, and very, very carefully avoid going onto the field here like that. Now we're on pass 3 again, and now we can lower all the equipment again and get going again. Make sure that the tram lines are in roughly the right place. Go below to the Classics pack. I don't know. Where to get GPS skin? That's on Mod Holster. It's the... I think it's a black skin. How do you turn proceed on? 7 on your numpad, but you have to have the seater selected. Just gonna... Oh, hey! This is laying down... Okay, I guess tram lines. This is the problem with the 4-meter seater, is that it's so small that it kind of runs over its own tram lines. Gotta make sure you don't burn your kids' tea. That's usually a good idea, Biz Rebellion. Thomas Bright playing the mod game. If you are enjoying the stream, do hit like, and if you haven't done so already, hit subscribe. I could turn that into a jingle and just have it like on the soundboard, but I'm not going to because I'm not sad. Yeah, GPS version, whatever the newest version is. And then the skin's just like a texture swap, basically. Did you do well? Did you just copy what Witchy usually throws in? Because that looks very similar to what Witchy usually throws in. Ooh, there's a comment on today's video. Hang on. Simon Dahlberg asked, am I using some kind of shaders mod? Yes. Yes, I am using some kind of shaders mod. And I will reply to him in the comments as well. Just saying, yes, using reshade. And, ooh, if you look at today's video, speaking of which, Witchy, could you grab the link and throw it into the chat, because it's not doing very well and I want to promote it. If you look at today's video in about 10 minutes, what I'll do is I'll look up on FSUK the topic that I found my shaders at, my reshade settings, and I'll link it there. And what I'll do as well is I'll pin Simon's comment, so that you guys, if you want to find reshade real nice real quick, or at least the settings that I use. Okay, that's really getting on my nerves now. That can go off because that's just causing problems. Which you think today's video, which if you don't mind, in a minute when I'm finishing up. Although is Landy live? Because I've suddenly seen a lot of people run away. Why have people run away? Do they not want? What does reshade do? It changes how the game looks. Agriman, I mean. I can show you real quick. So look at those trees. Now back to me. Now look at the trees. You already got it. Sweet. Actually, that tree over there. So that tree at the end of the field. If I hit page up and page down, you can see that the game suddenly gets a couple of blurs in and kind of has a... Especially if I take down the HUD. It kind of looks a bit more realistic than without shaders, without reshade. Which basically is what reshade is for. It's just... It's more than just this, but for a lot of people it's just utility for taking really nice screenshots. Which, granted, is my primary use for it. Did I say that'll be my new video? Yeah, the one that came out today, I'll get the link. It'll take like a few minutes for me to find the link on FSUK. So don't expect it to be like there as soon as you go over there. I'll probably also throw it into the Discord, just so that it's there for my own future reference, and for everybody else's I'll throw it into the announcements room, because that's the room that only I have access to. Well, to post in at least. Every other room, there's people that can post every... Well, there is a secret room. There is a secret room. That I use as a paste bin for showing the guys in the description. No, it'll be in the comment section. Because I'm going to reply to Simon's comment, and if that's pinned, you will know that I have replied, and I have got the link, and the link should be in the replies to his comment. Because I think that's how pinning works. If not, then I'll pin my own. Because that's one of the most frequently asked questions. I'll also add it to Nightbot, and the Nightbot chat rotation that it does. Because like that is, if not one of the most common, or if not the most common question I'm asked, it's definitely one of the most common. But that is going to do for today, guys. I don't know if Landy's live or not yet, but you can head over to him afterwards if you really want to, or you can watch today's video as well, where I did some conventional square bailing and talked about why, I know I did this in a stream the other day as well, why conventional square bales should be in FS19. Because it's something that I feel very strongly about. It's something that's missing from the game that could add so much. and which is just throwing the link in. In about 10 minutes time, I will have the link to Reshade in there. I'll also throw it into the announcements room in Discord. But I will leave you by saying I've been RainbowDave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 17 on Meadow Grove Farm. Hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you tomorrow. Until next time, stay safe and goodbye.
Quack, quack. Quack, quack.
Bye, have a great time.